the spark within me. I never knew it until I brought my body out of stress and paid attention to my words. That's what we're going to talk about today, is how Dr. Jenna Kane and myself found each other in the Human Garage community. And we realized very quickly that if you bring your physical body out of stress, unwind the restrictions, it calms your nervous system enough to really pay attention and look at your words. And when you look at your words, you can see the patterns and you can see the belief system underneath them. They may have been there to protect you. More than likely they were there to protect you. And yet they're protecting you a little too much and keeping that flame inside of you kind of down. So we want to tell you about this event that we have September 3rd through the 6th. And it's hosted by other fellow certified Human Garage coaches. It's the first cohort. We were all the volunteer coaches before the certification came along. And we came together in trauma, in our own chronic disease, in our own stress, in our own mental vulnerability, and we surrendered to the process. It wasn't easy, and it was so worth it. So come join the conversation today about igniting your own spark from within. Jenna, we are here because we have this Ignite Within event. And what does it mean to you to be a part of this event where we are gathering together to show people that there's that something within them that they haven't known that they can reignite it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am excited about this event because it's in person, number one, not online. So I feel like, to me, it traces back to the beginning of Human Garage, my journey with Human Garage. Like you were saying, like I had my own chronic pain. I had my own issues and challenges that I was going through. And we would meet weekly on these calls and do movement, talk, do all these things, teach each other some different, maybe, oh, this person's using this supplement or whatever. We were able to connect, right? But it was this short period of time. It was like 90 minutes. Sometimes they were very long calls. But the fact that we get to be together for a whole weekend, share meals together, be together the entire time, and learn from these awesome presenters. We get to do fascial maneuvers and classes and just spend time together. To me, this is going to be the most powerful event. And so to me, I'm just excited about it. I'm excited for other people to get to experience this, but in person.
Yes. And if you're in the course to be a Human Garage coach, which is not a prereq for this event, but if you are, and you're wanting to witness what it's like to be around those intentional people. So there's just something special about people gathering and doing a class together with that intention, the intention of connecting with that light within them, and to bring their body out of stress and just allow, like Mark said yesterday on the Instagram Live, everybody's body would love to tell them to slow down. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a long weekend where you get to slow down and receive. And when you slow down and receive, you really get to witness what being intentional about bringing your body out of stress really is like. And when we have other Human Garage coaches that want to be around coaches, because so many of us were separated. Mm-hmm. And that's why we found each other online. But whenever you come together, it's so intentional that the energy rises and that frequency raises you up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you're around other people that can share their testimony with you and their health journey, and you can see it, like, oh my gosh, they came through all of these different challenges, or like, this is what they've seen, and we can share our stories together. It really does change the atmosphere.
Yeah, so I've interviewed a few of the guest speakers and like the featured speakers, and we're gonna have Aura with sound therapy.
I'm so excited for that.
I am too, because we have some sound classes here, but number one, I don't make them, and I really want drumming. I love the crystal bowls. I love all of that. And my body is craving the drumming, and that's where her specialty is. There's something very sacred and ancient about the
Mhm.
drums.
Absolutely.
And so her energy, of course, as with everybody's I've met that's coming, was a lot of fun to interview.
I know.
And I'm looking
I
forward.
loved listening to those interviews because it's really nice just to have a deeper look at like who's going to be speaking at different events and to see them have those because those conversations kind of went in different directions.
Yes, they did. Yeah. And we ended them with wanting to talk for like 2 or 3 more hours, which is the beauty of getting together in person, is
Hmm.
that you get to find your people. You start to meet your people at dinner or during an event when we might do some partner maneuvers or something like that. You get to find your people, and those conversations go deep, and it just sparks. That's one of the ways that that little spark within you is ignited, because you're finally around people that they make it make sense, and you belong there. It's like
It's
the
easy.
sense of
It's easy. I
belonging.
like what you said the other day about like if you're thinking about coming and you're by yourself, just do it because there's going to be so many people there. You're going to make so many friends and
Hmm.
connections that don't let that be a barrier for you because it really is. It is funny how you just everybody in these events, it's like it's just easy.
Yeah. And for me, it's like your soul sister, soul brother. You kind of find those people that just they get you, and then you can go weeks or months without talking to each other and pick up and just be there for support, and it's beautiful. Um, so yeah, the other speaker, so I've done four, I think, so far. The other speaker was Dr. Michelle Lamasa Dawson, and she's a certified fascial maneuver coach, which is really cool, because she saw I don't want to say spiritual side of it, but the very healing addition that it can bring to the body to bring it out of stress to bring the body out of stress that quickly. And she does something called recall healing.
Hmm.
But it's the same. I'm sure there's a protocol and a philosophy and a practice behind what she does, and it's very
Absolutely.
similar to what we all do. Whether it's the um, ancestral clearing, like Andrea, has shown us, or like within Lifted, it's going in and four-stepping your stories, the stories that you tell yourself over and
Hmm.
over and over again. It's getting into the belief system that your body subconsciously holds on to.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you heard that
I
interview with
did.
Michelle.
So I was on the way to work and I heard that there was a part where she was talking about something about our kids. Like whatever we repress, our kids will express.
Hmm.
Obviously, I
Yeah,
remember that because that was like, I think you said
I
that.
said it. What the parents suppress, the kids express, and
Yeah.
I see it a lot,
Well,
especially in
that's been
education.
our my experience this summer. Um, and I was like, very interesting. This is very interesting to just look at, okay, why, you know, we could go, that could be a whole nother conversation, Deidre.
It could be. It could be.
I'll leave it
And
there, but my point is like getting into those stories or even recognizing that everything is connected can be like the awareness in general that you get from those what you can get from mindset work, what you can get from these events can be curative in itself.
yeah, yes, because the body is here to speak to
Hmm.
us. The body is speaking to us through our restrictions, through the pain, through our symptoms, disease symptoms, dis-ease. Um, and the words are here to reveal. So that's why you really need to, I don't want to say the word need. That's why combining the two is so beneficial.
Hmm.
And that's what we're bringing. We're bringing the body showing us and trying to speak to us, and us speaking back to it. That's where the aura's drumming, and the nutrition with
Hmm.
grace, and the body is speaking, and we want to speak back to it. That's that part. But then our words revealing, that's where Mark is coming in with the Enlifted
Hmm.
mindset. And I'm sure Michelle will play into that too, because she does that metaphysical translation of the body like I do
Mm-hmm.
on such a deeper level, you know? So we're bringing in both sides that I mentioned whenever I opened up this interview with you.
I keep telling people when they're like, "Hey, my friends around here? What's this event you're doing?" And I was like, "Listen, this is my type of all-inclusive vacation because when I go on vacation, like when I think about vacation, I end up coming back and I feel like more stressed. I don't feel super great because maybe I ate food that wasn't ideal, or I'm sure I'm the only one that does that. But this to me, like thinking about this event, like we're gonna be doing movement, we're gonna be doing breath work, we're gonna be doing mindset work. We're gonna come back, just like Mark said, we're gonna come back and we're gonna feel like brand new people when we come
Yeah,
back and step into our lives.
100%. And there's going to be so much more awareness of your lifestyle, because like Grace Van Berkom, she's going to come and talk to us about nutrition and how she was just giving her dad this beautiful quality of life for his transition. And he actually reversed so many of his symptoms, one of which was Alzheimer's. And he lived another 8 years.
Wow.
So, she took him kind of out of right before hospice and brought him down to Nicaragua and started feeding him all this nutritious food. And I know, because this was the beginning of my change in lifestyle to get to the root pain, was like an elimination diet. Let's eliminate things and then we bring it back in. What is the energy that is shifting in my body because of that food that I brought back in?
Mm-hmm.
Is my body happy about it, or is it giving me signs and symptoms and pressure to communicate with me that that it's not happy? So yes, when you
Well, and
say,
a lot of people can't, a lot of people aren't connected with their bodies enough to make that correlation,
mhm,
right? I was just on a call and asked like, where do you feel that in your body? And they were like, I've never even thought about that.
yeah,
You know?
I was there.
Yeah,
Hmm.
me too. What do you mean? No, it's good. The teacher told me it was good, so I'm gonna do it. Instagram, the girl on Instagram that's really ripped said I should, so I'm going to. You know,
Oh
it's
my
really
gosh.
like this event to me is going to help you step back into not only your body, but being connected with yourself and understanding like what is this conversation that my body wants to have with me, and how do I have this, and how do I get connected with my thoughts, and it's a whole new way of living.
It is. And it, coming back for full circle, it sparks that, it ignites the spark within you that
Hmm.
was always there. It's just been suppressed
Oh yeah.
because the food was creating too much pressure and bloating and gas, or that gluten, or whatever it is. Not
Yeah.
saying you have to get rid of gluten, because again, everybody's different. It's Grace is going to teach you ways to tune in and listen to your body about the food that you're choosing to eat. And that's the beauty of it. It's not a strict diet for everybody. It's not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to her, because for me, still after about 10 years, like raw foods, I have to be very careful with. I don't eat a lot of salads. I don't have a lot of smoothies because I need that digestive fire. So I'm curious, because she doesn't really, she eats as close to the earth's um, original blueprint as possible, meaning she doesn't cook a lot of her food
Yeah.
because it loses its energy when you cook it. So I'm curious if I'm going to learn something where I can upgrade my digestion in that way.
Sure.
So now I've just kind of gotten used to living this way, but man, a good fruit smoothie would be nice every once in a while. Okay, so let's see, who else have we gone through? We went through Aura with Living Rhythm Canada, Michelle Amasa Dawson, which is Soul Tree Living, I think. I'll post them all in the caption. We did Grace Van Berkom, coming from Nicaragua. She grew up in Toronto, though, so that's going to be cool for her to come back and visit. And then so far, we've talked to Mark England about the Enlifted Mindset series, and I've got a couple other interviews set up next week as well for some guest speakers. Breath work,
Oh my gosh.
breathing in nature is
That's going to be cool. They both have some really cool stories that I was reading on their website. So those will be good interviews.
I'm looking forward to it because I don't do enough breath work, but doing the fascial maneuvers has improved my breathing so much and hydrating with the minerals so that now whenever I lay in bed and I breathe in, like I feel oxygen going into my cells. It's the coolest feeling. Like after being in pain for so long, to feel that aliveness while you're laying in bed is
Yeah.
so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And breath work used to give me a lot of sharp pains, probably because I had a lot of ribs out. I had a lot of
Oh, I got you.
restrictions
Okay.
in the ribs. And I'm curious with breath work now, staying true in a class, doing it all the way through, how my body's going to respond. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that'll be fun. I can't wait to hear.
All right. What else, Jenna?
I think that's it. I think we've covered it. Should we end with, we didn't even sync up.
We didn't sync up.
We can
You're right.
sync out.
Let's sync out.
So
Let's
we'll
do it.
give people a little taste of if you don't know what fascial maneuvers are, or in general, if you just hopped on this or you're seeing this recording, this is a simple movement that you can do to bring your body out of stress anytime throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dee.
Oh, there's Grace right now. Grace, you'll have to listen to the recording. Okay, let's sync out. Right foot, cross over your left ankle. If you can widen your feet as much as you'd like. Right hand under your armpit, left hand on top. Give yourself a nice hug. On an exhale, imagine breathing out fish gills out your neck and shoulders. That really helps me to relax without pulling the shoulders back and down, lifting up on that skeleton. Let's look to the left, eyes open, down to the left corner. Rotate those shoulders to the right. Belly button is to spine to help stabilize you. Breathe in through the mouth, 1, and exhale. 2, exhale. Elongate the back of the neck, 3, and exhale. Relax the shoulders. In through the nose and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Look forward slowly. The body wants us to move slow. Bring your shoulders neutral, step out, and open wide up. Beautiful. All right, friends. If you have any questions, you can DM any of us coaches that are part of the Ignite Within hosts, and we will give you some information. It's amazing price for what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
take advantage of it because
Absolutely.
next year it's not going to be this price.
That's right.
All right. Love you
Thanks,
guys.
Dee.